the Swans!
Go the D's!
Go the Tigers!
If we were to walk out tomorrow, there would not be a game.
I think the integrity of the game is always the most important thing, so...
Stop changing the rules.
Bailey's looking like a genius.
I think it's just rubbish.
We're innocent.
Demetrio, fix it up.
He's getting a bit ahead of himself, I think.
We're all behind Vossi.
If I had the chance to kill him, I'll kill him!
Footy is the winner.
Bruce will love this. Bruce will love it.
Now, have you got a pancake or not?
Good evening and welcome to Footy Talk Back, the only footy show about the fans, for the fans, and it is raining at Etihad. Is there anything better, Hoozle?
I can think of heaps of things better, Feathers. Hello, fans. A barbecue is no place for rats, particularly when that barbecue is being held by the Carlton Football Club, who, Feathers, came under great scrutiny when they replaced favourite son Brett Ratton with career coach Mick Malthouse last year.
Yes, I remember that happening last year, Hoozle, and Mark Robinson said the Blues fans were haunting Ratton.
I'm a Carlton man, mate.
Yeah.
Rats all the way.
I'm quite happy with Ratton because we've had a lot of injuries this year.
He's been getting the job done. Can't complain about that.
Do you want to see him coach next year?
Yeah, I do, yeah. At least one more year. Let him see out his contract.
Not much haunting going on there, Feathers, apart from the scary music. You know, Rats, he took a wooden spoon list to 3 final series.
I do know that, Hoozle, and then Greg Swan comes in and announces that there's going to be radical changes to the list on Monday, forcing the Cockroach to announce yesterday that Gibbs and Cruiser are going nowhere.
I'll tell you one place those blokes aren't going, Feathers. They definitely are not going to make
The top 4?
Hey, that's my line.
Oh, there's too much swanning around, Hoos.
Oh, Rats.
I can run fast, man, but I'll have a sook if I get the green vest. My name's Chris Sharon. Mick's our coach, but he's an angry man. Yeah, somebody's got to stand up to him. I got dropped, that's what I did. I prefer Brett Ratton. We used to practice high fives at training. He was a friendly man. He cheered on the bench and let me be a loose man. But I remember we were good, at least we thought so. Eddie Betts bagged goals, Judd got a Brownlow. Jeff Gullett gave us some spark. Jared Waite was good when he got on the park. And we thought our midfield was tough and raw. We were told that we were good enough to be top 4, make top 4, make top 4. Gotta make the finals first. I can't believe we let Richmond win. Kevin Butler says we wear skirts. We play like Mama Clue's girly glasses. But I remember we were cooking down at Vizzy Park, a premiership feast, pig's ass. We were coming was another one too, but the only place we're going is Mick's Barbecue. And we thought our midfield was tough and raw. We were told that we were good enough to make top 4, be top 4, make top 4. Gotta make the finals first.
Against you. Hold the ball. You got to bounce it if you're going to walk that far.
What are your thoughts on Mick Malthouse?
I like him. I have faith. We'll get there in the end. Won't we, Albie? We'll get there in the end with Mickey. Hello.
What do you think, mate?
What do you think? Are we?
A bit well. I'm a bit reserved still.
Are you
He
missing,
needs to change the side more.
are you missing Rats?
Yes and no.
You're missing Rats.
Yes, I'm missing Rats. Rats was all right.
What did you think of the decision to replace him with Mick?
Well, at least we won 10, 11 games last year, didn't we, with Rats? He was doing all right. We had a lot of injuries as well.
Did you think you were going to finish top 4 this year?
Yeah. Been thinking that for the last couple of years.
You're not even going to make the finals now.
No. We've got to, well, if we win these next 7 games, we might be in 8.
So you're hanging on.
Yeah, hanging on. We'll still come.
Fair enough. What do you think, mate?
What I think,
What do you reckon about Mick replacing Rats?
bring back Rats.
Yeah.
I don't like Mick.
Missing Rats?
I don't like Mick.
How come?
I don't know, I think it's a Collingwood thing, mate.
Yeah.
Just don't like him.
What about
Don't
the
like
way
him.
he's coaching?
Too defensive.
Yeah.
Too many taggers. Don't like the way he's going. He's too old.
Game's gone past him.
Really?
Absolutely.
Did you think that you're going
I'd sack him, pay him out. Send him away.
And then what?
Pay him out. We don't want to see him. Don't want him.
So who comes in?
Anyone. Anyone that's under 40.
What were you thinking when they replaced Rats with Mick last year?
I thought we'll be top 4. Nah, honestly. Wasn't happy.
Top 4's a dream.
Rats was my idol.
Yeah.
And he's gone. The club treated him badly and I'm not happy.
How are the Blues going?
Pretty ordinary.
What are your thoughts on them at the moment?
50-50. Things could be a lot better. New coach, Malthouse, still got a bit to do to prove himself, but, well, with us anyway. We'll see how we go.
What did you think when they sacked Ratton for Malthouse?
Well, I think something had to be done, but it's a bit unpleasant watching anybody get their throat cut, but that's life. Cutthroat game.
It certainly is, no doubt about that. Top 4 promises at the start of the year. What are your thoughts on where they've headed?
Start of the season it was looking all right, but slowly things have started to crumble and I'm not so confident now.
Mick Malthouse, well, I don't know really. I don't know whether we did the right thing getting young Mickey into the club.
Were you sad to see Rats go?
I was sad to see Rats go because he's a great supporter of the club, but he had his chance and he didn't, we should have done better than we did under Rats as well.
3 final series.
3 final series, but we didn't get in the top 4.
Missed by a kick.
That's right, and we needed that kick.
And you had players out that day.
That's true, but we didn't do it, did we?
What do you reckon about Mick Malthouse?
Oh yes, he's all right. He's getting paid about $5,000 a quarter, and he's good value for money.
Why?
Yes, the inflation rate's a bit high and the rent's high in Toorak. So, you need the money.
What do you reckon Brett Ratton was worth a quarter?
Brett Ratton was 2 slaps.
Champion player. That's a coach that couldn't take the Blues all the way. Where Malthouse, I reckon, can.
Yeah.
What was Rats worth a quarter?
He went for slap and a free lap dance after the game.
Rats' record's just as good as Mick's.
I know. I read that. I know. Yeah.
Does that surprise you?
Well, list. Cows and on the paddock type thing. You can only do as what you got in the paddock. And
right. They had the same paddock and they had the same cows.
Well, that's it. Yeah, different coach.
Go the Pies. Get out of it.
But I reckon from terms of Carlton, I was reading an article the other day. I was saying that they need to look at their list at the end of the season and think we need to boot some players, as in big players, out and get some #1 draft pick type. Did you read that, Joe, in the Age?
Luke Darcy said you should get rid of Cruiser and Yarra.
Yeah, that's what I read too.
What did you think of that?
Oh, that was a big call. Big call.
It was stupid.
Well, it was maybe a bit
dumb.
Maybe short-sighted, maybe.
Yeah, that's being generous. Who's your favourite player, mate?
Walker.
Walker?
Yeah.
Why do you like Walker?
Because he took a big screamer.
Really?
Yeah.
What number is he?
1.
Number 1. Because he's the best?
Yeah.
What were you expecting when Mick came to the club?
Expecting improvement, I suppose, and it's going to take a little time to see that improvement, but hopefully that can be, I suppose, evident over the second half of the year.
Yeah, sure. Are you missing Rats at all?
I think there was a need for change. I think there was an appetite for change around the club. So
yeah,
I think probably not so much missing Rats. I think there was a time for someone to come in and take a fresh approach, and Mick was the man that was around at the time.
Yeah. Were you thinking top 4 when he came in?
I think everyone was. Yeah.
I didn't expect that this year that we're just going to get a new coach and win the grand final.
Why not?
I think it's a work in progress. You can't just change coach and expect to be at the top of the ladder. I think it's a work in progress.
Yep.
I definitely thought we were going to make top 8 and work our way into it.
How do you feel about missing the finals?
Look, I hope that we don't miss the finals, but...
You're going to miss the final. Come on, reality check.
Look, it'll be pretty bad if we do, but look, like I said, it's a work in progress.
Yeah.
So, we'll take a year at a time, I guess.
Good on you, mate. Thanks for your time.
No worries, man.
There you go, fans. It's a work in progress. The real question is, how long is the work going to take?
Against you. Back chatting an umpire. Free kick to you, mate.
Thanks, mate.
Yeah, play on. Play on. No, drop the ball. I'm gonna have to give it to you, mate, because he was holding you when you weren't ready.
Okay.
It's a new rule.
You are watching Footy Talk Back.
David, please.
Pancakes? Ice cream? Oh, strawberries?
Lovely.
The Pancake Parlour. Breakfast till 5 p.m. weekends.
You are watching
Footy Talk Back. Go you Saints!
Fans, welcome back to Footy Talk Back, and don't forget to stay tuned for your chance to win $100 worth of pancakes to the Pancake Parlour. Petey, what on earth are you up to?
Feathers, fans. Well, after last week's AFL interchange debacle, I've decided to hone in my counting skills. So far, 10,021 people have crossed this line. 10,022, 10,023.
Yes, that's very good, Petey. You know, fans, I've never been a fan of the interchange infringement penalty.
10,025.
Hey, and then we can get rid of that stupid interchange rule. Oh my God, he's towing over the line.
10,026.
Oh, Pete, come on. I mean, surely you agree. This rule is a joke. It is way too harsh. I mean, can't you speak to Bartlett or even Evo and get somebody to try and change it?
Jeez, 10,020.
Pete, this whole thing is a debacle.
Can you see I'm counting? 10,000.
Oh, come on, you're missing them. You know, there's a Blues fan there. Oh, what about those Saints over there?
Oh, look what you've done now. I've forgotten.
Well, how many, Pete? How many are
I've lost
there?
count. I'm going to start again. 10. 1, 2. What do you think of the interchange penalty?
The interchange penalty?
Yes.
I think it's possibly ridiculous. Yeah. Is that when they've got too many... Oh, I didn't even see it.
Yeah, too many on the ground, yes. They get a 50-metre penalty.
Yeah, no, it's probably a little bit overboard. But I think what's worse is the deliberate... when they put the ball over the goal line, I think that's ridiculous. The deliberate rush behind. I think there's been about 3 of those called that are just stupid. But that's just my opinion.
What's the solution to that?
To get rid of the rule.
Yeah, to get rid of all the rules? Just have no rules?
No, just get rid of that rule.
Okay. Think 50 metres is fair?
No, not really. No, they should. I don't even get it. Though I was listening to Eddie this morning, and he was talking about something with a baton or something, and
so like, you hit him on the head with a baton?
No, the people are meant to come off with a baton, like a relay thing, whatever.
Oh, yeah.
So how is the player out there meant to have the baton and whatever?
That's a good idea.
But it isn't, because the player coming off doesn't have a baton in his hand to interchange with the player that's sitting, waiting to come on.
Yeah. What's the solution?
We worked perfectly well before. It probably happened once. It's like when we have, the draw.
Yep.
I love the draw at the grand finals. I love the fact that we have to replay the next year. We were here for 3 grand finals in 2 years. That was shocking. Anyway, I mean, it's the same thing. You shouldn't, when things just happen, one thing happens once in like 700 years, they all carry on and go, oh no, we need to, there was one game when there was 15 players or something, too many players on the field, and then they decided, we need to do something about the interchange. And so they shouldn't do anything, because I don't think it happens that often that it's a problem.
So there you go. After all that, we should just do nothing.
Yep. All right.
Great. Thanks. It's great advice.
It's just wrong. Far too harsh a penalty for what it's. Yeah, for discretion, it's just not right. Yeah. Why? Because it's a game changer, and especially when the bloke was wrong as well.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, they did get it wrong, didn't they?
Yeah. So
Anyway. So what's the solution, you reckon?
Oh, well, I'm not saying it shouldn't be a penalty, but probably just not that severe.
I reckon it's ridiculous. They should just get rid of it completely.
Completely get rid of it?
Yeah, the interchange rules like that.
Stupid, isn't it?
It is. It's
what about
stupid.
25 metres?
25 metres? I'm not sure of that. I'm not sure of that.
We take 15.
Yeah, we
10?
take.
All right. Last and final offer, 5 metres. You take 5 metres?
I'll take it.
Sold. What do you think of the interchange rule after last week's game?
Poor.
Geelong.
Poor.
Do you think that's the 50-metre penalty is unfair?
Most cases, yeah.
What should they do to fix it? What's the solution?
Get rid of it. I think the interchange rule is good. Why is there supposed to be something wrong with it? With the rotations and all that sort of thing? Is that what you mean?
50-metre penalty.
Yeah, I think that's
it's
a little bit
harsh?
tough. I think it is a little bit tough. Perhaps just a kick out of the centre would be all right, but the 50-metre penalty is a bit much.
So you think that there just should be a kick out of the centre, that's it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not a bad solution.
Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah, good work.
No worries.
Thanks.
Good on you.
I think it's like, over-exaggerated, I reckon. Yeah. Should be, you're only talking millimetres. So surely it's game hasn't got to that, has it? So, no, I think it should be more lenient, I think.
Yeah.
As long as one player's going on, one player's going off, that's the main thing.
I think it's all overkill, mate. You know?
Why?
They're just making everything a bit... They're changing when they don't have to change it, you know what I mean? It's all just too much.
Leave it alone.
Leave it alone, mate.
So what's the
Leave the whole
solution?
game
Just
alone.
leave it alone.
Game's been away for 100 odd years, so, you know.
Let us umpires do our job.
If you do it right, yeah. Why not?
What do you think about the interchange rule? Or the penalty?
I'm from England, so I've got no idea.
Yeah? Just have a guess.
I'm completely against it. That was a terrible decision, but you know, it's just the way it goes.
Where are you from?
London.
London?
Yeah.
It's a nice place, London.
It is a nice place.
It's a bit warmer and sunnier than is.
A little bit at the moment.
Yeah, at the moment.
That's rare.
Yeah. You watching the cricket?
I am indeed.
You gonna win?
Definitely.
No, you're not.
It's
You're
gonna be a
lose.
good session.
I hope you lose. Well, good luck.
Cheers.
Against you, conflicting colours. The Carlton shoes and St Kilda, I'm confused. Who do you barrack for?
That's exactly right.
Did you pick that up too?
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
Boring.
What are you reading?
Tuesday's paper. Mark Robertson says Harry O should pull his head in.
You know, I tried reading that article on the Herald Sun website and it had been removed.
Gee whiz, they've removed the chief football writer's article.
What are you reading, who's?
Mate, I'm reading Mark Robinson's article from Wednesday, and that says we should all embrace Harry O.
How are you supposed to embrace him if he's pulled his head in?
I don't know. His head must be in a spin.
360.
What? That's funny.
What is?
360 spin.
Is it?
Yeah, it's like a circle.
Well,
To the board. Against you, drinking water. You can't drink water that falls off there and you get an infection and you'll have to go to the dentist.
You're watching Footy Talk Back. Go Darling Reds! Pancakes? Ice cream. Oh, strawberries.
Lovely.
The Pancake Parlour. Breakfast till 5 p.m. weekends.
You're watching Footy Talk Back. Go the Saints.
Go the Saints.
Fans, welcome back to Footy Talk Back. And Hoozle, while one does have to compliment the AFL on their multicultural round, I'm still left wondering why the hell isn't there a fans round?
What are your thoughts on a fans round?
I think that's a good idea. Pretty cool.
How do you reckon it'd work?
I don't know how it'd work, but it'd be good. Let everyone in for free.
Let us in for nothing. Free round for the fans would be fantastic.
Great idea that, but sadly, as long as the fans keep buying membership and memorabilia, the concept of a fans round shall remain contrary to the AFL spin agenda.
AFL spin. I mean, even the clubs have started buying into it now, Who's. I mean, you got to wonder, why would St Kilda suspend Milne for 3 weeks, then let him play tonight? I mean, it wouldn't have anything to do with avoiding women's round by any chance?
I'd say every chance, Feathers. Then there was the lame statement from the AFL and St Kilda about protecting all parties involved. I mean, the poor girl and her family have been waiting for 9 years.
Yeah, I mean, you got to feel sorry for the girl and for her family, but the reality is none of us know if Milne is guilty or innocent.
We certainly don't. And it's not for FTV or the fans to decide that. But what we can ask the fans is, what do they think of Stephen Milne playing AFL when there are 4 rape charges pending? Hey, do you reckon Milne will be under pressure tonight?
What's he really done?
Well, we don't know.
They're only allegations, mate. Yeah, I think if he wants to put himself under pressure, then he shouldn't be playing.
Right. Do you think he should be playing?
Well, that's a good question. You know what? Until he's proven guilty, he's innocent in my book. So yeah, he should be playing.
Yeah,
Why shouldn't
right.
he be playing?
So why do you reckon they stood him down for 3 weeks?
I think the club's just protecting, sponsorship, the club in itself, the supporters, the brand.
Do you think that's justified?
No, I think the club should have just played him.
Yeah, right.
Well, that's my opinion anyway. I mean, everyone's entitled to opinions, but
of course,
it's we're playing. They're playing at the highest level. He's getting paid to play, so he should play.
So it should have been play or just don't play, but none of this on-off stuff.
Yeah, this on-off stuff just sounds to me that clubs aren't making decisions. Their decision-making, they've got to be a lot firmer. And that goes for all the clubs. They should, the AFL have got a monopoly on all the clubs, and it's wrong. The clubs should, stand up and stand by their player.
Yeah, right.
I mean, it's good on St Kilda for showing it tonight, but they should have shown it from day one.
Look, perhaps not. I guess if in any other workplace it's not acceptable, you'd assume so. But then some workplaces, perhaps people would be allowed to keep working. So it's a really difficult one. But I think the whole football culture is really still quite detrimental to women.
Right.
And I think this perhaps is exemplifies this somewhat, and perhaps he shouldn't be playing. But I don't have really strong opinions with this, but I think it's just one small. It's just one of many, many, many situations where it highlights that there's been a poor relationship with women.
Well, I guess he's not been found guilty or anything yet. I guess, got to give the guy a fair go, I suppose. Yeah. I suppose that's really my whole summation of the whole thing. I think he hasn't been, proven to have done anything wrong yet. So I guess they're innocent till proven guilty. Yeah.
Do you think that'd be the same if he was from another club, or?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure.
So why do you think they made him stand down for those 3 games?
Perhaps take a bit of pressure off him. Perhaps, maybe. All the worries of having to go to court and face the charges. I guess. Then he didn't have to worry about the game too much. He can just focus on defending himself.
I don't think he should be playing.
How come?
Well, because he's on a charge. I know he's innocent until proven guilty, but I don't think he should be playing. It doesn't say much for women.
So you're not happy about it?
No, not really, no.
What if he is innocent?
Well, that's fine if he's innocent. But he shouldn't be playing because he's still on that charge. He hasn't been proven guilty or innocent.
Why do you think they stood him down for 3 weeks and now he's back again?
Well, yeah, that's something I can't answer. I don't know why they did that.
I don't know if anybody does.
I mean, if they shouldn't have stood him down at all if that was the case. But because they've stood him down and now they're making him play, it's I just don't think it's right.
Against you. You can't wave that flag here, you've got to wave it inside. I don't have to report you, I'll take your number. Are you wearing a number? We're not wearing a number. That's a reportable offence as well.
Time for On the Run, fans. The chief football writer of the Herald Sun's had a very ordinary week. Let's find out if the fans think he is a chief or a chimp. Mark Robinson, chief or chimp?
Oh, he's a chimp.
Chief. No idea, never heard of him.
He's a chief. Doesn't know what he's talking about. Chimp.
Chimp. Chief.
Ah, yeah, he's a chief. 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 Chief.
Chimp. Chimp.
He's a bloody chimp. He's a bloody chimp. He's a bloody chimp. Bloody chimp.
A chimp. Chimp. He's a chief chimp.
Against you, drop your chips, you're free.
Fans, time for our Fan of the Week. And last week, we asked the fans who should pay and how if the Bombers are innocent.
The ever-reliable Rex Kite said Demetrio should pay. Very true, Ricky boy, but you didn't tell us how.
Oh, you're better than that, Rexy. FDB stalwart Dave Barry said the bank of Stephen Dank.
Back to your very best, Dave Barry. Terry O'Leary said Caroline Wilson and all the journos who jumped on the bandwagon.
Yeah, look, that is a great answer, Terry, because fans, you've got to remember, the media didn't actually break this story. The Bombers came forward themselves. So, Tezza, you've won yourself $100 worth of pancakes to the Pancake Parlour. And this week's question, Pato?
What should the penalty be for an interchange infringement?
Fans, make sure you get on the Facebook page and answer for your chance to win $100 worth of pancakes.
Well, I think the penalty should be that the player has to actually step down.
You mean over?
Over?
We have to step over the line, step down the line.
No, I mean step down, like, Stephen Milne had to step down.
Well, Steve Milne did step over the line.
No, not that sort of...
God, Pato, please
It's
get us
not
out
like
of this.
Milne
Fans,
stepping
keep
over.
talking.
We don't know whether he did or not.
And Carlton thought the midfield was tough and raw. We were told that we were good enough to be top four, make top four, make top four. Gotta make the finals first.